Hey everyone, and welcome back to Open. Our last guest is a musical powerhouse who's ready to take center stage with a special blend of R&B, jazz, and gospel sounds. After over a decade performing as a supporting vocalist for icons such as Mariah Carey, Christina Aguilera, I'm just naming a few, and the one and only Queen Bee herself, Beyonce. Yes, pero she's ready to give the world her music. And mi gente, it's been a long time coming. Everyone, please welcome singer and songwriter Tiffany Monique.
Thank you so much for having me.
Welcome, welcome. Oh my gosh, okay, so I have to say you're Pure Honey number 2.
Yes.
That's here on our Open Artist Spotlight.
Perfect.
Yes. We had Natalie Imani,
Yes.
And it was a wonderful treat to just be able to share that experience of being on the Renaissance tour.
Yes.
For what, like half a year?
Yeah, that was about 8 months total.
8 months.
Yeah. Total.
And live in this state of excitement and be amongst like thousands of people, or hundreds of thousands of people, right? Because y'all were performing in front of stadiums.
Yes.
And to go from that to then having to step back into your own reality, I just share with us what it's been like for you reacclimating.
It's actually, this time has been rewarding. I've actually been singing with Beyonce for 17 years. And so it was definitely an experience I had to learn to adjust to. Like you said, it's such a larger than life opportunity. And then you come home and it's not that large.
Right.
And one of the things that I've learned over the years is that it's important not to leave yourself behind, to go and have these opportunities and grow and learn from them, but to make sure that when you come back home, you bring those lessons back and pour into yourself. And so this time in particular, the Renaissance tour for me was kind of transformational because it met me where I was in my own life at that time. And so coming off of the tour this time for me has been a commitment to move forward and pour some of that back into me, my own Renaissance.
That's what's up. And I want to say, I saw you speaking at an engagement, and you said something that resonated so deeply with me that I want to share with our audience, because you were talking about your community being your top tier.
Yes.
And I love that, because what happens is a lot of people, they get caught up in the hype of like stardom, and then something happens to them and ego takes over, and then they feel like they're on a different level, and then they forget about the ones who have been with them all along, right? And so I'm very community driven, very community oriented, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm rooted in community, right? And so just from your own personal experience, just hearing you say that, I want you to share with our audience how it is that you kept yourself grounded by operating with that being in the forefront.
It's one of those things. I remember before I really got to be a singer full time, I was dreaming. I was working in a pharmaceutical company, and I would call my friends and I would tell them my dreams, and it was safe to tell them, and they would tell me theirs, and we kind of communed with each other. I took some losses with them. I had some wins with them. Over the years, when I've been able to travel and go on stage, and when you come back home, like you say, it's such a larger than life experience. When you come back home, those same friends remember you before it even began, and they remind you that you're living in answered prayers, and you're living in realities that you once may have even thought weren't possible. So you cannot leave your community behind, and I dare say that you need to be fueled and empowered by your community so that you're able to really understand and reap the benefits of what it was you dreamed from the perspective that you dreamt it. So that was something that was always so important to me, and over the years it seems that the more and more I've accomplished, the more and more I take comfort in home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like the recharge.
Yes.
It's the recharge. And also it's the reality check.
Yes.
It keeps you humble, and it reminds you that, as you move, you reach back. That's called sankofa.
Yes. Oh, yes. I
Yes,
love that.
I know. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew that we were going to hit it off like this because I loved everything about everything you've been doing. And look at these amazing individuals you've been working with and working as a supporting vocalist. And now it's your turn.
Yes.
Now it's your turn. And so let's talk about how long it's taking you to make this one song. Because I read that too. I was like, wow. So, and I'm sure it has something to do with where you were in your state of mind of like, you know, what I call the double Dutch dance. Like,
So the song in and of itself is a testament to so much and transformations. When I first started writing the song, it was in 2010, 2011. And at that time, I really thought I was about to take my big step forward then. And then life lifed in so many ways. I'm a now 9-year esophageal cancer survivor.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you so much. And that was kind of one of the beginning moments where I realized, you know, again, when you have the opportunity to support so many amazing vocalists, it can be intimidating. Trying to do your own thing and not being able to do it in that capacity. And so I found myself getting comfortable in that. Having cancer and going through that and surviving that reminded me to pour back into me. And I was faced briefly with the possibility of not being able to sing again. And one of the things I kept thinking about is, wait, what about what I wanted to do? What about the dreams I had? I haven't done it. And so over time, I started to look back into my own solo pursuits and my own endeavors that I dreamt of. And over time, with the help of my husband as well, who is a producer of the project.
That Quiz?
Yes, my producer.
I read about him too.
Yes. Yes. And so, you know, with my husband, Quiz, we both started slowly working towards getting our own projects out. He has I met him actually touring with Beyonce.
Look at that.
Yes.
Gotta love that. Keeping it in the family.
Yes. So it was so transformational for us. And after the pandemic and everything else and the Renaissance tour, I evolved so much into that tour. I said, now that I've evolved as a supporting vocalist, I need to evolve as a solo artist as well. And so the magic moment, as long as it took, literally almost about 14 years.
Yeah, I mean, that's been the theme of today's show. You notice, right?
Yes.
It's like overnight success after 20 years of development. Well, yours is 14.
Yes.
It's all right. You're a little shy of 2 decades. But go ahead.
You know, so it's like literally after that, I just really wanted to pour into myself. But at the same time, I finally felt ready to.
Right.
Had I released it in the beginning, there's so much life and experiences and realities, even the perceptions of the song has evolved so much over the years. So it took every bit of that time.
Right. Even the lyrics are very deliberate from what I was listening to. And you guys are going to get a taste of it as well. But I'm just loving this conversation in general because the fact that, once again, you know, what an honor that must have been, or it continues to be because you continue to work with Beyonce, to be like part of her movement, right? To be in that historical moment, right? And to live that adventure because, oh my gosh, that has to have been like super, super exciting, right? And you get to carry that on as part of your story, right? That's part of your her story, right? I call it her story.
Her story, I love it, yes.
But by the same token, you're still designing for your story, right? Your own story, and what that looks like, and what is it that you want to leave as your messaging or as your legacy or even as your artistry, right? Because that's really what it's all about. That's really, you know, a lot of people get hung up on the fame and the recognition when in fact it's like, no, it's a contribution to humanity.
Absolutely. I definitely feel like it's a contribution, both, number one, so many of the experiences that I have allowed me to be able to pay it forward in music and speech and just communicating with people. And and writing is another one of those ways that I try to funnel through messages, not only just for me, but even so that other people can kind of put their own stories and narratives and hopefully grow and be inspired by them. And I think we all, you know, we're all working to, as Queen Bee would say, leave our mark so the world will know we were here. And I just wanted to make sure that I was doing my part to leave my mark, thankfully and gratefully being a part of an amazing legacy, yes, but also Tiffany's mark as well.
Weapon. Yes. Tiffany's making her mark here on Open when we return, so stay tuned because you don't want to miss Tiffany Monique performing after the break. Hey everyone, and welcome back here now to perform Magic Moment. Let's give it up for Tiffany Monique.
Do you remember we were hanging by a string in a hopeless state of mind? We were running out of time. Oh, and I can't remember trying to find a place, a way to make things right. I know where we are. We weren't too far for our love to hit spot. So good. Made everything come alive. So good, so good. It is like magic, baby. Oh, through stormy weather, we had our doubts, but we kept moving on. Our will for love was strong. Now it's so much better, and the years ahead are filled with so much more. I'm here to stay. I don't want this feeling to ever go away. So good. Meant to be here with me, here with me, here with me. Dedicated. Oh, I believe, I believe, I believe. Need, I need. That magic moment, yeah, no, oh, and I love you, and I love you, and I love you, baby, I love you, and I love you, and I love you, babe, and I need you, baby, baby, I need you, yeah, yeah, and I love you, and I love you, baby, I love you, and I love you, and I love you, babe. Leave your love safe with me. No, no.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize how much I needed that. Oh, how beautiful is that? Tiffany Monique, everyone at Magic Moments. Yes, and by the way, Magic Moments is out on all streaming platforms. And once again, for more information on Tiffany Monique, you can follow her on Instagram at Tiffany Monique. That is our show today, mi gente. Thanks to all our guests for coming through, and to you, our viewers, for tuning in. If you missed any part of the show, you can check out this episode throughout the weekend, 24 hours a day at BronxNet.tv. I'm Rena Valentin, and from all of us here at Open, may the universe provide paz, prosperity, y amor. Adios.